Okay, I do believe that we are all set to go. So I will give myself the audio check, and then we will get started this evening. So I'll just wait for the catch-up to take place. And there we are. Perfect. Alright, so we have officially made it. We have officially made it to the start of a new year. But last year, now that it is last year, all the talk when it came to animals was about one animal in particular: horses. They were everywhere thanks to 2025's biggest fad. You couldn't get away from it, it was everywhere, and it was certainly very much loved by everyone who saw it for themselves and participated in it. Well, this may not be that game, but tonight, we can't help but feel like there's a little bit of inspiration going on, even if the Chinese zodiac says otherwise. But tonight, it is time to officially participate in the 2026 edition of Heavensturn, Final Fantasy XIV's take on Chinese New Year. And given how long the game has been going now, this is the first time since Reborn launched in 2013 that an animal is making a comeback. This horse was here for the original Heavensturn, and 12 years later, it finally returns. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail Live. So let's go ahead and get to it. And we have suitably dressed the screen up for the occasion, and yeah, I know everyone else is probably wondering why Matthias is wearing not a horse-themed helmet like these contemporaries. And the summation is that because chocobos are where Matthias' animal spirit lies as far as the Chinese zodiac is concerned, that's what he's wearing. So, it also makes sense that both in Final Fantasy XIV and in real life, chocobos and horses are commonly used as mounts. So, yeah, we kind of got the Mount Brotherhood going on this evening. But now that we've got that all out of the way, as the day continues on here at Limsa, here at the Aft Castle, we're going to go ahead and speak to the people in charge. And yeah, this perhaps should not come as much of a surprise. We are led this year by an UMAMUSUME. So yeah, the UMAMUSUME may not be here. Well, in this case, it actually is an UMAMUSUME, but not in the way that you would know it. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and speak with her. So let's do this. Let's speak with the UMAMUSUME to take on the first quest for Heavensturn 2026 at level 15, entitled Seize the Nay. The UMAMUSUME would entreat your aid for the Heavensturn festivities. In honor and glory do we first lay eyes upon one another. I am the UMAMUSUME, the head of a delegation from the far eastern nation of Hinkashi. We are come on a mission to tend to the fire of friendship with your Eorzea. This we seek to do by sharing the joys of our Heavensturn customs, which differs from those observed on these shores. While the people of Eorzea choose a deity to be first among the 12, we in the Far East grant that honor to one of the 12 noble beasts. And this year, the honor belongs to the horse, the most dignified and dependable of steeds. Now, though I previously had the pleasure of introducing the horse in Eorzea, few are they still who have true appreciation for the creature. This time, therefore, it is my hope to better convey its appeal, its gallantry and majesty, to which end we are planning to have them march in a procession. Presently, a member of our delegation is out spreading word of the event to the people of Rimsa. He wears a unique cowl like mine, and has a delightful mascot with him besides. Aras, said mascot as is anxious as it is adorable, and we are having some difficulty handling it. As an adventurer, I dare say you have a wealth of experience interacting with creatures great and small. If you are willing, might we prevail upon your aid? Certainly. In humility and gratitude do I receive your assent. Without further ado, my assistant, the Umayoriki, set off in the direction of the drowning wench. Pray sing about and offer your able assistance. Will do. Now you may have noticed a few things, among others, that as I get Mathia back to his default pose, she did say drowning wench. For those of you who remember back to the Starlight celebration, it was actually changed to drowned wench. But if we look on the map, if you pay attention carefully, it does still say drowning. Yeah, don't know how they messed that up for Starlight celebration. So here's the Umayoriki, and here's the object of desire. And Uma no Unicults. And so, come here, I say! Come here! You know, it seems this like this little baby unicorn is not willing to listen to this guy, even though he's literally wearing a horse's head. How am I supposed to promote the procession when it refuses my every command? Yeah, what shall you do, sir? Ah, forgive me, I did not notice you there. Yeah, well, I was asked to come and help you, sir. The Umabugyo sent you say? I could indeed do with some help. The little one there is a Unicult, the young of a unicorn, rare even in Eosia. Our delegation was able to borrow it for this Heavensturn celebration, but as you can see, it is disinclined to obey me. While I am versed in the handling of horses and contain the unruliest of stem, this creature has eluded all my attempts to reach out to it. It appears to be daunted by its new surroundings and will neither move nor respond to what I say. Well, that's not good. Yeah, how do we persuade this little guy? Yeah, galloping around as it goes. Yeah, hello there. Yeah, it seems to be happy to see me. Yeah, maybe it recognizes animalistic tendencies when it sees it. What's this? The Unicult approaches you of its own accord? Yeah, I'm shocked too. When I corrected it from Ishgard, I was told that unicorns favor those who are pure of heart. I had thought it a myth, but the creatures may truly have the ability to sense our intention. In my eagerness to use it for our festivities, I may have driven it away, while you drew it to yourself with your innocence. Innocence? Sir, you have no idea how many monsters and people the Warrior of Light has slain. But you don't seem to mind. Well, unless I am mistaken, he wishes to say that with you, it will be willing to promote the Heavensturn procession. Loath though I am to impose, but I ask you to take the Unicult with you and spread the word of the event. The procession will set forth from the Zephyr Gates in Middle Larosea and strike southward. To begin with, you may try to approaching the folk nearby. When you are finished, pray report to the Umabugyo. I leave the Unicult in your capable hands. Alright. Leave it to me. Yeah, the guy wearing the chocobo helmet. Alright there, little Uma no Unicult. Let's go ahead and take you around. The Uma no Unicult is eager to set forth with you. Take it around the area and inform the locals of the Heavensturn procession. Alright, let's do it. So that process begins within the Drowning Wench itself by speaking with Mr. Quintanan here, one of the regulars. Yeah. Hello there, sir, and also to your associates. Ah, it's Heavensturn again, isn't it? Our Far Eastern friends have got something in store for us, I gather. Indeed they do. It's right over here. Well now, what a curious little creature. What exactly is it? Yeah, probably still shy about going around other random people. Yeah, allow me. Let's see the same spirit you showed earlier. We can do this together, or respond with a nay. Yeah. You and me can team up to do this, alright? Yeah, show me what you can do. Show them what you can do. So it's the Heavensturn mascot. And I see now that it is a unicorn. Which makes this the year of the horse, aye? Indeed it does. That explains the state of its adornments. I'm mostly out on the sea, so I don't have much contact with horses. But there was a thriving harness trade over in Kugane. Chocobos in Eosia, and horses in the Far East. It's interesting, isn't it, how two different creatures in faraway lands came to be embraced in the same way. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Yeah, in fact, I embrace the chocobos so much, I'm wearing one. There's a procession outside the city, say? That sounds like a good bit of fun. We'll tell everyone we know about it. Yeah, he's so happy. Or is it a she? The unicorn appears to be pleased at having promoted the event. Continue taking it around the city and spreading the word. Yeah, there are two different directions we can go with that. First order of business we can take it to would be over to the Culinarians Guild, so we'll go in that direction. As the clouds have started to roll in here in Limsa. We'll head on over and see how they react to our little unicorn friend who's just as enthusiastic as I am. So amongst the diners here at the guild, we meet with this sated citizen. Oh my! You gave me quite a shock, whatever you might be. I've never seen a horned beast like you before. Yeah, hopefully I'm not cutting too much of an opposing figure to overshadow it. Ah, so that's why it's attired this way. I must say I do enjoy it when Heavensturn comes to Eorzea. It allows us to experience Far Eastern culture right here at home, and this procession sounds delightful. I assume the little one will be a part of it as well. Yeah, it certainly seems that way. How adorable. I'm not too familiar with horses, so I look forward to seeing them all in their gallantry and majesty. Well, hopefully he can put on a good show for you. And then for the second location, we actually can take the Ethernet shard because the next spot is actually right near the start. Right over here at Maelstrom HQ for their grand company. And we'll speak with Lieutenant Trakray. What a young unicorn young, I spy. And it's the mascot for this year's Heavensturn, you say. I see. Indeed it is. Might be as you're aware, but the grand companies have been employing horses on a trial basis. Something has came about years ago thanks to the Heavensturn celebration. Being able to come by in Eorzea, they don't like to replace chocobos, but by all accounts, they're comfortable creatures to ride. And you've experienced this for yourself? Seeing the little one here reminded me of that. And if Maelstrom also taking part in the procession, as I'll expect, I'll make a point of ducking out to watch it. Alright, let's take the unicorn back over to the aft castle. And we'll let the UMAMUSUME know that we're all set to go. Move through the city as the lights have now come up here in Limsa, so let's speak with the Bugyo. Oops. I forgot to switch my screen back. Ah, you are returned. I'm going to understand that you have been promoting the procession together with the unicorns. That we have. Yeah, and also you may have noticed that the UMAMUSUME helmet has a mustache on it. Even though this is a woman, she is not afraid to sport a mustache. And a most excellent job you have done of it. if the excitement among the townspeople is an indication, allow me to express my heartfelt thanks for your assistance. Glad I can help. Now then, may I ask how our mascot fares? When I rushed behind it, it was starving at fairly every sight and sound. Well, now, that doesn't seem to be a problem. Well now, look at how outgoing and cheerful you've become. Had I not known better, I would not think you the same creature. Lest you wonder, there is a reason why we went through not inconsiderable effort to have a unicorn be our mascot for this year's celebration. It all began during my previous visit to Eorzea, which had been literally a month before I started playing this game in the first place. In our impassioned desire to introduce the horse to your land, we had incurred the ire of a fraternity representing chocobo interests, whose leader I engaged in a heated argument. Thankfully, an Ishgardian knight chanced to be on hand, a charmingly irrepressible silver-haired gentleman who helped us to resolve matters in civility and amity. Bearing the crest of the unicorn upon his person, he smiled as he expressed his tremendous and equal admiration for horses and chocobos both. Yeah, you've certainly been doing this a long time, haven't you there, Miss Bugio? In recording that episode, I was reminded of the greatness of bonds that transcend nations, and so, when our delegation was due to visit Eorzea once more, I was inspired to reach out to the noble house to that which that night belonged. For a time, I had feared what might become of this year's event, but thanks to the unicorn, and you for helping it to come into its own, I have confidence that all shall be well. Look how happy it is. Yeah, it's so enthusiastic now. Yes, all shall be well indeed. Much like the Ishgardian Knight, I believe you possess an innate ability to bring the spirit hearts and souls together. That being the case, with you having promoted the procession, for sure am I that we shall have a great crowd in attendance. And I hope you're right about that. Now then, the hour of the event is upon us. We shall begin as soon as the preparations are complete. Yeah, get ready, little guy. You're about to put on a show. So for completing our first quest, we'll take 1,440 experience points and 324 gil. Also, hey, Insonius, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. So, let's forge on here and speak with the UMAMUSUME again to take on our second 2026 Heavensturn quest at level 15, entitled Majesty in Motion. The UMAMUSUME is eager to get the Heavensturn procession underway. Even as we speak, my faithful assistants should be seen to the final preparations at the procession's departure point. Being immediately outside the Zephyr Gate, the people should not have trouble finding it. I dare say even you can make your own way there, little one, now that you have been around the city. And away it goes. It does me well to see the unicorn in such good spirits. Now, seeing as you kindly promoted the procession, it seems only natural that you attend it as well. Will you not do us the honor? I certainly will. Excellent. Please seek out the Yoriki outside the Zephyr Gate. He can direct you to the best locations for viewing the event. So off we shall go too. So since the Zephyr Gate is actually from the lower decks, not the upper decks, we'll be using the Aetherites to head on out. Alright there, Mr. Yoriki, and to the Unicorn too. Ah, so you have come too. I was quite surprised when the Unicorn appeared alone. Well, nothing to fear. In the short time it has been with you, it has become completely at ease around people. You truly have a way with beasts. Now then, those participating in the procession should be arriving soon. Yeah, who will be joining us? Ah, these horses! Might they be... Yeah, we have 3 representatives from each of the grand companies of Eorzea. Indeed, they are the first to be brought in from the Far East after your delegation's visit years ago. Being of a breed suited to our climes, they fare very well. We employ them in patrols and other various duties, and they've proven themselves most dependable. As their riders and carriers both, it gives us great pride to present them before the people on the occasion of this Heavensturn. Yeah, and this what will be a twilight procession. And the Immortal Flame, a lady representing them. But to have our 3 steeds lined up side by side, I have no doubt that mine is the finest among them. I beg to differ. Mine has the brightest eyes, the shiniest coat, and noblest bearing, and in all can see that it is the finest. Yeah, they're about to have a standoff in the Maelstrom guy. A male Mikote, which you literally never see happen. You're witnessing a first right now to see a male Mikote in a quest dressed in a Grand Company uniform. So, yeah, let's just take a moment to appreciate the fact that they finally did something that I don't think anyone would have ever expected that they would do. To cast a male Mikote NPC in a Grand Company uniform for special events. Because it's always the girls. They always have the female Mikote, but it's a nice change of pace and truly a rare and very much appreciated sight. As you can see, we've quite taken with our horses. These splendid steeds will make their way together along the road, putting their gallant and majestic forms on display. A marvelous way to mark the coming of the Year of the Horse, I trust you'll agree. And it thinks so too. What's this? You wish to join the procession? While I am impressed with your newfound courage, little one, I fear it would not be safe for you to run among war-trained creatures several times your size. Like, ah. Yeah, can I carry it? I think it'll be a great addition to the event, and I'll be there to watch over it. Yeah, if it's so enthusiastic, why deny it? If you were your companions, perhaps there is no cause for concern. And 'tis true that the people would be delighted to see our adorable mascot. Very well, you may take part. Yeah, he's down with that. Or is it a she? We still don't know. Let us proceed in this manner. While the Grand Company horses travel along the road, the Unicorn shall run freely through the fields with you on its side. That would help the procession end on a charming accent, I believe. Well, let's see if we can make it happen. Without further ado, then, the good officers and I shall set forth. We shall see you and the Unicorn at the procession's end. And so away go our Grand Company mounts and their riders. So, now, shall we be on our way? Yeah, it's ready to go. The Umano Unicorn is chomping at the proverbial bit to set forth. So, yeah, we're now gonna have to chase it. We can outrun it though, so we can't always be at full stride. Unlike this thing. Yeah, we'll run past all the wharf rats. Yeah, thankfully the rats are not hungry. So arrives here, puts on a show, and the crowd loves it. The Umano Unicorn is savoring the joy, running freely while being cheered on by the people. And being video bombed by this guy. Alright, so gotta interact with Unicult again. And away it goes. Oh, we're gonna run through a fate on this one. Yeah, of course, we're each following our own Unicults. We can't see each other's, of course. Eventually, it'll make it over here. The Umano Unicult appears tremendously satisfied. I probably shouldn't let my Chocobo steal all the thunder. Yeah, even though I'm wearing a Chocobo helmet. So, the Umano Unicult is eager to continue on to your destination. And off we go. And so at this point, we're just going back to the starting point where we met up with the riders. Actually, no, we're actually now crossed over to the eastern side of the gates, which would transition over to Lower La Noscea. Yeah, for some reason I thought we just went back to start.
We were watching from here. You ran impressively, little one.
And the boys certainly appreciate that as well. Hear, hear. Be it a great study in our growing foal, few things are more magnificent than a horse in motion. In the Far East, 'tis believed that to behold the horse's majestic form in the new year is to pray for peace and plenty. Furthermore, the unicorn is a symbol of the bond between our lands, a mark of friendship that shall endure for generations. These two things serve to render the procession even greater meaning. Yeah, it's certainly come a long way in the short time we've known it. In Ishgal, the unicorn is to be held as the sacred beast that assists religious rites. It is rather fitting that should assist in Heavensturn as well. Is not so. That is most fascinating, for the unicorn is also considered a sacred beast in the Far East, possessed of divine powers. Distant though our lands may be, we have much and more in common. We have the little one to be part of the celebration is auspicious indeed. Yeah, not afraid of the dark. And heading on back. Like, come along! Haha, truly a horse in motion is a magnificent sight. With that, my fellows and I shall tend to the tidying up. In the meantime, I would be grateful if you could report to the UMAMUSUME. My thanks again for your invaluable aid. Glad I could help. Alright, little guy, let's head on back. And so we are promptly warped right back to the UMAMUSUME, and we'll go ahead and speak with her to complete our quests. And here's how it all went down on this evening in Limsa and in Middle La Noscea.
In gladness and greed do I welcome your return. By the unicorn's buoyant bearing alone, I could tell that the procession was a rousing success.
It certainly was.
You have done very well, little one, going far above and beyond your duty as a mascot. Rightly proud of yourself you may be. Now, in the course of being at your side, our once weary unicorn has forged a bond of trust with you. Is this not so?
Yeah, it does seem that way. Came right to me right from the get-go.
Then in hope and faith, do I ask that you take it with you on your journeys. In your care, I believe it can reach its full stride, and our Ishgardian friends would doubtless agree.
Yeah, you made a new friend tonight there, Mr. Unicult.
In parting, I bid you enjoy the Heavensturn festivities while they last, And on behalf of our delegation, I wish you health and happiness for the year ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Bugyo, and welcome back after a 12-year absence. So, we'll complete our quest here in Heavensturn 2026 by taking 1,440 experience points, 296 skill, and we now have our very own Uma no Unicult minion. And, as in previous Heavensturns, there's also Omikuji fortunes that can be drawn again. Furthermore, 12 extra fortunes have been divined this year. Keep a watchful eye on the prosperity section of your Omikuji and discover what new journeys might lie in wait for you. And we also earned the achievement, Hitting Full Stride. So let's go ahead and welcome our new friend. Of course, finding those silly green dots is always a chore. Oh, that was for completely different mounts. Yeah, I've been picking up various minions along the way. You can see 347 now is my count. Also, one day I will remember to get this summoned properly. So yeah, we have had the Unicult that's been available to us. We do have that particular minion. But now we have the Uma no Unicults. On the occasion of the Heavensturn celebration, House Fortomp helped to secure the loan of this unicorn, young to serve as the mascot for the visiting Far Eastern delegation. Though initially nervous to be away from home, the creature was able to find its stride at your side, and there it appears content to remain. Yeah, let's have a look at our little guy. We've already seen what it's capable of doing by running around in a circle and rearing. Of course, with the way that minions go these days, well, it also can walk around on its own too. Well, good to know it's not limited to just spinning around and rearing. Yeah, always trying to find that balance of whether or not it'll be doing the rearing or not, so we might as well take it around because we have not yet had the chance to see what Omikujishi has to say. It's been a long time since I've actually done this with the Heavensturn because, yeah, typically this is something that's, because it's on repeats every year, I really haven't paid much attention to it, but I will this time because they are recommending it that I do. Greetings, my friend. I deal in Omikuji, traditional Far Eastern fortunes. Would you care to draw one? Let's draw some Omikuji here. You may draw as many as you like, but know that you must pay a fee of 100 gil per draw. Very good. I shall be happy to oblige. So let's have a shake. So what do we have? Adventure, or neglect. Oh, thou shalt experience misfortune. Heed these words of guidance, and thy luck may change. So it said prosperity. Games of chance do not favor thee. Abide in patience. So yeah, there will be things, of course, that will not always be necessarily useful to us. Yeah, games of chance do not favor thee. You'll be unable to review the contents of your fortune after closing this window. Would you like to proceed? Yes. Was it the desired result or otherwise? I pray the words imparted by the fortune serve to guide you in the coming days. Yeah, in this instance, we're tying it to the ropes. Yeah, let's see if we can get another one here. Because, yeah, they said to focus on the prosperity. Maybe we'll find what we're looking for. Oh, can't be skipped. So what does this one say? Wow, they really don't want me to be doing... They really don't want me to have the... good fortunes this evening. Yeah. Fret not over excess stock, it shall not go to waste. Well, it never does in my case. Yeah, we could be tying knots for days. Yeah, I'll give it one more try. So let's go ahead and shake it up. Did we get a switch? We did. Fair fortune. Wealth lieth in the seas and the skies. Send forth vessels to explore. Yeah, I think this is what we may be seeing as what we had intended and hoped. Yeah, I think we may have found what we were looking for. So yeah, they're basically giving us a trailer to Dawntrail, but this also could be something that could be telling us about the next expansion. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, we'll tie that one in as well. Alright, so in addition to the Unicult, of course, there's always some additional merchandise that can be obtained during special events from the Shonen. In this case, gives us a gilded screen for 6,000 gil, plus back from previous events, the Zoni and the Advent Cake Magic Prisms are also available as well. Yeah, well, now we have our... Oh! For a moment I thought that was Alpha and Omega, but no, it's just Omega. Someone brought their little mount in, but yeah, we got our own little UMAMUSUME Unicult now. So let's go ahead and pet it before it slips away. Of course, it'll help if I highlight it. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I give it the pet and yeah, it responds in kind. That's what we were looking for. So yeah, show this thing the love and it will show it in turn to you as well. And so there we go. That is the 2026 edition of Heavensturn in Final Fantasy XIV and the first repeat occasion of it to take place since Reborn's launch. Yeah, let's see if I can keep it in the camera for the whole time. And maybe even run into random Mikote. But it'll be free to go as it pleases. Alright. So, as we continue on this evening, there's something that I want to do that I was not even aware I was skipping. But apparently there's some stuff going on here in Limsa Lominsa that I have neglected and have never noticed before. But it is combat job oriented. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that tonight. So for that, we're going to go to... Oh! Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I guess it doesn't highlight until I show up on the correct floor. So, for this, I'm going to go ahead and switch to my summoner. Who, thanks to the job gear restrictions now being lifted, is dressed as my red mage. So let's go on over, because Guildmaster of the Arcanist Guild, Miss Thubergeim, will be giving us a couple of quests that we can work on. So let's begin by speaking with her to take on this level 50 quest entitled An Igai by Any Other Name. Thubergeim desires your help with an experiment.
Well, if it isn't Mathia, precisely the man I wish to see. You will recall Nemitra of the Sons of St. Koinek? Well, she has recently finished compiling her research into summoning and was kind enough to send a copy of it to our guild. I was pleased to note that you are listed as a collaborator. I must say it is quite a fascinating read, especially the section covering those essences of primals called Igai. You are able to manifest the beings, yes?
Indeed I can.
Wonderful, in which case I should like your assistance with our experiment. If you are willing, pray join me in the practice area. I will reveal the details there.
Alright. Downstairs we go then. As the Umano Unicult accompanies us. So we'll chill out here in the middle of the practice area. Hi, Mrs. Thubergeim, how are you?
My apologies for the wait. To begin with, might I ask you to call forth an Igai? I should very much like to see one of my own eyes. Mayhap the Ifrit Igai will be suitable. I understand that it was the first such being to be summoned.
Alright. Yeah, let me show it out for you.
Yes, a most impressive being indeed. Created, according to Emitra, in the very image of the entity which one most closely associates with fire, Ifrit. It is my hypothesis that the same fundamental principle could be employed to alter the form of an Igai by calling to mind another image. Pray summon the Ifrit Igai again, but this time focus your consciousness upon Carbuncle. It shouldn't be difficult given the bond you share.
Alright. Yeah, you also notice my book has a mechanical bat flying on top of it. Yeah, suddenly the carbuncle's glowing red.
Brilliant! My theory holds! Whilst it takes the form of carbuncle, there is no mistaking its ethereal composition. I should not imagine that the abilities it wields have changed. For all intents and purposes, it is still an Ifrit Igai, but we now know that there is no limit to Igai's appearance. Well, I must be returning to my post. Let us continue this upstairs.
Alright. Yeah, look how happy you are as you disappear. Alright, back upstairs. So, how was your guys' New Year's celebrations, or did you celebrate at all? I only wished I could, but I had to drive through a blizzard last night. That was not fun. Alright, Mr. Stubergeim.
Mathia, you have my thanks for indulging me. This experiment has unearthed a new world of possibility for arcane entities, and I hope you will find use for the discovery.
Let's hope so. So for completing this quest, we'll accept just 461 gil, but we have certainly satisfied Mr. Stubergein. An E-Guy's outward appearance can now be altered by using Pet Glamour. For example, if you want your Garuda E-Guy to appear as if it were Ruby Carbuncle, use the text command Pet Glamour, quotes, Garuda E-Guy, quotes, Ruby Carbuncle. For details, enter !pet glamour. Yeah, that is something we can now show off. Now, because of course, since Arcanists can become both Summoners and Scholars, we'll have to logically bring out our Scholar for this next quest. Let's go and speak with Mr. Stubergein again for our next quest, the level 30 quest entitled A Fairy Tale Come True. Stubergein requires your help to put her theories to the proof.
Mathia, how fortuitous. Might you spare a moment? I recently received word that you've been researching the Scholars of Nim at the behest of a Marauders Guild member, is that right?
Indeed it is.
I see, and as a result you can now call upon a fairy to aid you. Fascinating. Might I trouble you to meet me downstairs in the practice area? There's something I very much wish for you to try.
Yeah, so I expect we'll be doing the exact same thing. Oh, hi there, Pietra. Wasn't expecting to cross paths with you tonight. But I'm a bit busy right now. I have to enlighten and indulge Mr. Stubergein. And so, now that we're back here...
My apologies for the wait. As for what I wish for you to attempt, it is a technique similar to what you've already employed with your E-Guy. Now, would you be so kind as to call forth your fairy?
I certainly can. Yeah, no creepy bats this time. I'll be over the top of the book. So there you are.
How charming! The tale is too little to capture its beauty. This fairy is no doubt manifested in the image of that which you most closely associate with fairies, but my research suggests this form is not immutable. Indeed, though a fundamental form may have been incorporated into the original incantation, with sufficient concentration I believe it possible to supplant this form with the image of another entity. Try conjuring the fairy once more, this time with a carbuncle in the mind's eye.
Alright. Yeah, instead of having a bat, we have a, what looks like an upside down thermos on my book. And there we go. My carbuncle is now yellow. And Mr. Stubergein approves.
Remarkable, and with only a single attempt. Don't see my theory holds, meaning this transformation should be merely superficial and has done naught to affect its capacity for healing. Very good. With that, we may conclude this little experiment, if you'll follow me upstairs.
So, yeah, 2 for 2 on carbuncle color changing. Alright, let's head back upstairs. So you got Pet Glamours 2 times over tonight. Yeah, always was wondering why these quests were here, but never bothered to take a look at them, but I'm finally glad that I did.
Thank you again for your help with fire. That proved to be quite a spectacle. I should hope you make use of what we've learned here today. I dare say your fairy's appearance may be without limits.
Well, thank you very much. So it'll take 367 gil for completing this quest. And so, similar now to the E-Guide, the fairy can be glamored the same way. Or in this case, we have the text command pet glamour, quotes Eos, quote Ruby Carbuncle. And so there we go. We have completed what we sought. So I really was wanting to do more this evening, but it's been an hour, but I'm still feeling tired from driving for 16 hours over 2 days. And so I really wanted to keep going tonight, but I really do need to get some rest. So we're gonna have to go ahead and cut this stream short tonight. But I'm glad that all of you guys could join me on this start to the new year, and hopefully when I join you guys again, which will be on Saturday, I'll be feeling a lot more awake and alert and that sort of thing. Because yeah, I don't want to be doing any roulettes when I'm half tired, but I promised myself I would do this stream for you guys tonight, and so I'm satisfied that I was at least able to do it for you. Yeah, I know you don't want me to go there, Pietro, but the stream has to come to an end tonight, as much as I really want to keep going for another hour. What did you have in mind? Oh, did you have something you wanted to give me? Oh. Yeah, she's sad that I'm having to cut the stream short, but I need to get some rest. Let's be perfectly honest, because what I went through, especially last night... Yeah, she wants to know if I understood the connection with what was going on with tonight's Heavensturn, and yeah, I do. So, it was some... I know exactly what she's alluding to. And so, yeah, I guess people who had probably never seen the 2014 version of Heavensturn probably would not... Or they probably would have experienced that interaction before most other people would have. So, to know that that probably is a piece of lost media that's out there somewhere. Who knows, maybe someone has held on to that information, has shown off the 2014 Heavensturn and what took place that day. Can't really say for myself since I probably won't know it, but if such thing exists, maybe we'll come across it someday. So, that is going to do it for our New Year's Heavensturn Final Fantasy XIV stream featuring our brand new UMAMUSUME Unicult friend. And yeah, we don't have any UMAMUSUME for you guys to enjoy, but we do have an UMA. And I know how much last year everyone loved UMAs, so your curiosity is satisfied again this evening. And who knows how long the craze will continue, but it doesn't seem to be going away for the immediate future at least. So I will be back on Saturday, and we're gonna go back to streaming Genshin Impact because there is some new content that I can do now. So I would like to just get back into doing that, and I hope that you guys can join me. So I will look forward to seeing you on Saturday, and we will start streaming Genshin Impact again. So with that, with my little unicorn in tow, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail Live. So, thanks everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.